You're a very interesting character, bro. I love your energy.
I'm not a character.
Right, you're very. What would
I'm an energy, and you love my character.
Okay, so you're an interesting energy.
I mean, I feel as though I am.
Swear to God, Dallas. Hurry up for the birds run out and fix the bonds that you broke when your work don't count. Hurry up for the birds run out and fix the bonds that you broke when your work don't count. Hurry up for the birds run out and fix the bonds that you broke when your work don't count. Hurry up for the birds run out and fix the bonds that you broke when your work don't count.
This track, man, I got like 30 in this click clack. I switched that, look like a shake weight when it kick back. Big racks in a big rig with the dispatch. Tell my trap booming by where I raise my kids at. Uber XL when it's time to make a play. Voodoo baby, I get what I want when I pray. I pray for the beef and my dogs at the stake. My crib big, I play hide and seek every day. I don't run, I be patient. All guns, no faces. Long run, skipping states. 4-pound nickel plate. New body, pick a lake. Clean them out, pick a safe. Brown paper bags, new tags, switch the plates. I be really road running. No proof, fingerprints, DNA, the camera show nothing. I'm finna beat that case like it stole something. I gave Unc something, I gave bro something. I got half birds, I got whole onions. Y'all was couch surfing, I was stove hunting. So shout out to my geekers, cause I'ma need to borrow your microwave like Felicia. And if you buy a bird, niggas, I'm sorry for having it. Y'all niggas thought that I was bragging. On a bracelet facing life, I made it happen. I'm sorry for having it. Y'all niggas thought that I was capping. I ain't wait to get rich off of rapping. I'm sorry for having. I was brave, I was lost. I was praised, I was charged. You caught 8 cause you lost. Fought the case, it was tossed. Paid up and it cost. In the day, it was dark. I ain't make what I lost, but I paid what it cost. Never caught in attempt, that's what makes me the boss. And it's always an exchange, I ain't playing with God. They wanna give me life, but it ain't in the cards. Ain't no fakes, ain't no frauds. I take a break, then I pause. I was the love when they hated, bro. I ain't learned how to love, I was trained to go. Put them bullets on your head like oregano. 2 pistols in my pockets, I'm an animal. You can't bang here. Pistols in this cane here, the reason why it rain here. That's why they slide on your roof like a reindeer. Fuck them kids, fuck your daycare. We don't play sorry fair. For having it. Y'all niggas thought that I was bragging. On a bracelet facing life, I made it happen. I'm sorry for having it. Y'all niggas thought that I was capping. I ain't wait to get rich off of rapping. I'm sorry for having. Got back on my feet while y'all was dragging. Shackles on my feet to $1 million. I'm sorry for having a baby by the woman of my dreams. And I'm living the life that niggas dream. So I'm sorry for having.
Boom, on. Start to finish, made that beat this morning. I didn't even have it finished by the time you showed up. I arranged it and bounced it out.
That was great.
He jumped in the booth, fucking first verse, you know, a couple chunks off the top. Second verse, started one take, stammered, said run it back, whole verse. One take, second take. Off the top, no writing. 100-round Kados in the house, finally.
What's the verdict?
What's up, my brother?
Hell yeah, bro. There
Welcome to High Street, bro.
Hey, yo, man. I mean, yo, I've been on High Street before. I just wasn't on this side. I was.
You haven't been on the show?
Nah, I think this might be the side street of High Street.
The side street of High Street?
Yeah, because I've been on the main street.
Hey, speaking of side street.
Location?
Hold on. Before we get into this, I got a bone to pick. Side street.
Bone to pick?
Yeah.
Oh,
we did a whole fucking release episode for your project, and I was looking on Spotify, and I don't. Is it out yet?
The song?
The project.
I don't think so, not yet. Hey yo, listen.
He said I gotta get the rollout ready.
Listen, you can't be selfish, man. Everybody we gonna flood it all at the same time, man. Trust me, I didn't forget about you, Dallas.
Chilla, what's this guy doing, man?
It's a process. It's a process.
See?
Nah, people
Hint right there.
people can't wait for that. I can't wait for that shit. But anyways,
Oh yeah.
Kado, who'd you bring with you tonight?
Man, I got the. I'm happy to see everybody. I ain't gonna lie, cause I low key just got out of jail again. But so I
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
I haven't seen everybody, but this is the first time for real me seeing actually everybody here. I got my brother LV with me, no attempts. I got my brother Highstreet, Capo, Shooterz. I got my brother KT, welcome home. He's good, he's outside, focused.
Yeah. Future guest.
You know what I mean? Tully Gang and all that. I got my nigga 40 stacks over there.
Okay.
French Hill Cartel, Q Ferb. I got my brother fucking, Chiller. And I got Yenny, Uncle Yenny and stuff like that. I wasn't expecting for all of y'all to come up, so I'm happy to see you.
Bro, that's love, bro.
This type of vibe.
And more importantly, I got Dallas Rose and I got, what's your name, brother?
Alone, brother. Of course.
Alone?
Alone. Everybody
Your
calls
name
me
is
B.
Alone, and you want me to include you with everybody I just shouted out?
Of course, bro.
All right, hold on, wait.
He
And
clearly needs company, dude.
And then we have Alone.
Yes, sir.
And then we have Alone.
Right.
That's it.
Not alone.
Who's behind the boards over there?
That's my brother James, back in action.
You're a beast, bro. That video came out crazy. He was done with the video, and I asked him. I said, we done? He's like, yep, that's it.
The one
What's
he's
up?
cold with the
What's
one
up?
takes.
I couldn't believe it. I was like,
shot,
yo,
bro.
I just did that shit today, so I don't really know the lyrics and nothing like that. And then you factor the fact that I got all these niggas with me and shit. I couldn't hear the song over the speaker and nothing, so I was just trying to finagle the bagel, Mickey Mouse,
That's how we do it.
bro.
No attempts, right?
No attempts.
Just get it done.
Never. Just get it over with.
Yo, so but, like the way that you recorded that song today, I've seen you do it.
About it, yeah.
I've seen you do it a lot of times. We'll talk about some of the sessions that we've had together and stuff like that, some legendary shit. But like the way that you go in there, it's almost like you're not like making it up and rapping. It's like you're letting it out. How do you do that, dude? How do you, like, that second verse? It was all the top, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you get into a type of zone sometimes? Like,
It's always a zone. Like my favorite quote from myself to explain my music is that I don't rap, I make my life rhyme.
I love that.
You get what I'm saying? So like even like when I do go to jail or whatever the case is, anybody who know me, like you could ask KT, I'm not in there writing 100 raps and fucking coming home with a notebook. I'm not doing none of that.
Do you
shit.
ever write?
I do write. I write a lot.
Yeah.
I actually write more than I do. I think it's probably, I don't really have a gauge on it because I call it's all the same to me because it's like, just because y'all don't see me write or you not see me pick up a pen or a pad or whatever doesn't mean that I didn't take the same time it would take for me to physically write it, that I would have to hold it in my head because of circumstances. You get me? So like,
Yeah. So are you ever actually writing it on paper or in your phone, or you?
Yeah, I do. You know,
Is it different every time depending on the?
it depends on the vibe, the mood, the energy, and everything. That's why I do the sessions the way that I do them, because some things call for one thing, some things call for others. You know what I'm saying? Because like I could start something like with no pen and no pad or whatever the case is, and I won't be able to stick on topic because I'm not writing anymore. Or I could fucking freestyle some shit and be so on point that I don't want to pick up a pen because it's going to fuck up the structure or the flow of everything, because I like to switch flows. So it just really matters on who's in the room. And for me and everybody in here except, everybody in here damn near except, I think Ferb, I don't know if Ferb seen me in the studio before or KT, but everybody know I get up in there, I just do whatever it takes is basically how it comes down to. Like I just do whatever the song requires, I'll do it. If I gotta sing, if I gotta stretch vocals, if I gotta change octaves, if I gotta play the piano to catch it, if I gotta give it a little bit of time, if I gotta let somebody else record some whole other shit so I can clear my mind and go in the other room with headphones while we got 4 or 5 other people recording and trying to get their shit off. You know what I mean? It could be like that, or I can have like an intimate session where I'm like, all right, now I wrote this because I woke up at a certain time and I'm like, I want to say this and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard you sound bad on a beat.
Damn, I appreciate that, bro.
You know, you always come with some good shit.
Yeah, I can vouch. I just met you today, but I've been studying all week your music and going through your pages, and I could say the same. I'm like, yo, this guy, you're a very interesting character, bro. I love your energy.
I'm not a character.
Right, you're very. What would
I'm an energy, and you love my character.
Okay, so you're an interesting energy.
I mean, I feel as though I am.
We all are, yeah.
Okay,
I like that.
Very much.
Yeah.
You carry yourself you're very grateful. You're honest, bro. I seen some of your interview, your other, you know, even in your words, you know, when you write your lyrics, you're very honest. You're very like transparent. So real quick, before we I wanted to ask you, do you play any instruments?
I could play the this nigga capoed on Little Blunt and these people podcast. This shit crazy. Wow. Anyway,
that didn't happen. Yeah,
it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Fucking say it again. Do I play instrument?
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. I'll tell people that I could play the piano, but one time I was at my house building my studio and I had like this big ass piano on the floor and I like had labeled the letters of the piano the wrong way and Dallas let me know that I didn't really know how to play the piano because he's a hater. But,
yo, he just,
so I'm told.
He just knows the music theory, bro.
I know, but he helped me out and shit. But
and I don't think I told you that either. I might have said these are the wrong names for these notes. But
you said, yeah.
I've seen you fuck around on piano. I would say that like I don't think you know how to play the piano.
I don't know how to play the piano.
But you are able to make some good sounds come out.
That's the same way that if somebody asks me if I know how to sing, I could harmonize, I could melodize, I could do all that. I know where I want my voice to go. I just might not be able to take it there.
Put some auto-tune on it. We'll fix it.
You know what I am? Sometimes I'm the pilot. Sometimes I'm the passenger. But more importantly, I'm a musical travel agent.
A musical travel agent.
Yeah. And a philosopher.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
I mean, it kind of falls into different categories in the sense of I'm a travel agent because one, no matter where I'm at, if I summon the motherfucking, if I summon the fucking Avengers to come to a studio session, because it's me, everybody's showing up. You know what I'm saying? If
You're
I'm
like a musical Sherpa.
If I'm in a Sherpa, but if I'm like in a room and I'm making a record, and for me, I like to fill the room up with a bunch of people that can musically help.
Yeah,
and whatever it is that's going on in the room, because that's what we're here for.
Yeah,
I know how to grab somebody who wouldn't expect to be able to do the type of record that they heard that they like, that fits them in a way that they never thought that they would be able to do it or whatever the case is, because I heard it a certain way or I have a certain vision. And the thing about like most of my sessions is like none of them is an M1. You get what I'm saying? Meaning they're not a murder one, meaning they're not premeditated. It just happens as it happens. Only things that I premeditate when it comes to sessions is facilitating where we're going to have this session, who's going to mix the session, what we're going to eat, our vices, and enjoying ourselves and making sure everybody's safe.
Right.
Bro.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, bro, last year he had a few of these sessions where I was lucky enough to be the engineer. And he basically just had everybody pull up at his house. I brought my remote setup, you know, and it was like so many dope artists. I remember Highstreet was there.
Remote setup.
Chilla was coming through. Oompa, Shea Bands.
Light of a Charm.
Yeah, Light of
Wave
Capone.
Capone. C's.
Yeah.
Montega Mac. Fucking. Who else? Who else we had on? King Bricks. Doe Gang came up. Fetty Napo, Marve, Flea pulled up. Who else came? Holiday pulled up. Damn, that's crazy. Holiday pulled up. Lazy Coca pulled up. You pulled up. Who else came, bro? Yo, Chilla, who else came to them sessions?
Zip.
He's was there.
Who's the Haitian lady that was singing?
Montana Mills. Montana Mills pulled up. Oompa, like we said, Shea Bands.
Beast.
Cave came through.
Oh, Cave's beast.
Yeah,
He throws,
I
he
love
throws
Cave.
crazy block parties, man.
Yeah, Cave came through. Who else, man? Yo, it was crazy because in the creation, like in these sessions, a lot of people came. Fast Coop pulled up. A lot of people came that didn't even record records.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Add
They
to the
just
vibe.
Energy, yeah.
He had the catering. Yo, he had a hibachi guy come for one of them. This Japanese dude came set up in the
Making food and shit?
backyard.
That's the way.
It was amazing.
That's
Yeah,
the way.
nah,
That's a good segue. I had another question for Kado. What is your? Do you have a standard engineer? Do you have a standard producer that you go to, or do you like the new environment all the time, new studio?
I could do a new environment if the environment could do me. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If it
What do you
work
mean
out,
by
it
that?
work. In the sense of like, I'm not stuck in my ways. You know what I'm saying? Like I've learned a lot with life that I don't want to be stuck in my ways because I'll miss opportunities.
Yeah.
Because what happens with us is that as we get older, we let go of the childish imagination that brought us to where we're at. And even if we're living a part of our dreams, we allow the adult to make us ungrateful for the amount of our dream that we're able to live, opposed to watching somebody who's not living none of their dream. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think so, yeah. So you're saying the adult in you starts to get so concerned with the day-to-day that you don't appreciate how much.
Because we
dream that
create,
you're living
as
out.
an adult, we create the roadblock. We create the roadblocks. Kids don't see the roadblocks. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? So the same thing is like I say I love kids so much. It's like kids grow, adults don't.
You think that's true?
Until you become a kid again.
For real.
You have to go back to being a child and go back into that part of yourself. Let go of your ego. Let go of your pride. Let go of the fact that you did mature, but you might not be fully mature. And sometimes you might need your mommy or your daddy or somebody who loves you or whatever the fuck it is to make sure that you know that life is okay for what it is and whatever it is
support
that you
system.
created. Support system is very important.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I just went to jail for 90 days and it fucked me up because it was the lack of support system for all these niggas in there. You get what I'm saying?
Like you mean that's what you were seeing out of the other guys?
I was seeing a lack of support system, from individuals and shit.
Did you grow up with both your parents?
Nah, I didn't. My father died. I was born in federal prison by my mother. I was born in federal prison in Florida, then I moved to Bahamas. And in the Bahamas, I moved, Freeport, Bahamas. I lived with my maternal grandmother for a little bit until my aunt and my grandfather, my maternal grandfather came, which would be the only one that came and got me because I don't know my father's side of the family or whatever the case is.
So you never met your father?
I met my father. I love my father.
When
He's
you were
a-
older or as a kid?
Nah, I met my father in the year 2000.
Okay.
Yeah, my father was he was one of them ones. You get what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
if I tell you that my mom, I was born in federal prison through my mother.
Yeah.
My sister's father got 30 years in 2000. My father died in 2009. They was all in Miami.
Did you get a good amount of time with your dad before?
Not at all. I spent a couple days with him, but I loved him enough. I guess, you know what? I'll take that back. I spent whatever was allotted to me to have and spend with him so that I could understand that he was a good person.
It's great that you got to meet him.
How old was it? Just so.
2000, so I was 10.
Oh, okay.
9, I was like
wow.
9, 10.
And that was the only time you ever spent with him?
That was the only time I spent with him.
A few days you said?
Yeah,
Or a
like
few
2
hours?
2 days, 3 days or something like
What'd
that.
you guys do?
Well, my dad, he owned outside of everything else that they, say that he was doing or whatever the case is, he had a driving school. So like we thinking, okay, so we go 2000 and shit. When the brake was in the passenger seat for the driving instructors.
Probably still is, but yeah.
You get what I'm saying? One of them John. So like he used to do
So he was that guy.
He was that, but like that's one of the businesses he had and
Gotcha.
shit like that. And the
okay.
last thing we did was
No way.
excuse me. go get somebody they license and shit like that.
Oh, that's
nice.
He was in the car.
You were chilling and you saw the kid pass his test.
Yeah, I see him pass his test.
That's a huge moment
got
for
a good
somebody.
memory of your dad. That's pretty good.
Yeah, nah, my father was he was the man, bro. Like even when you talk about him, when they talk about him, like when you go to Florida, when you go to Miami, whatever the case is, and you mention, because my father was very like quiet, very subtle, very like my voice is exactly kind of like my father. My father's voice is like mine. Like I got my father's voice, but that's how he was. My father was, I guess you would say, he was timid. Do you get what I'm saying? In the sense of
Would you describe yourself as timid?
Sometimes, depending on where I'm at,
Yeah.
and what I have to be in that room, in that moment.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on if I have to be timid. If I'm in a room where the conversation has nothing to do with me, then timidness is gonna overtake any part of the conversation because they're not talking to me. So anybody who's excluded from a conversation, no matter what it is gonna feel timid because it's not directed towards you and you have nothing to input in the conversation. If you're not a selfish individual and you don't think that your opinion means the world to everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now just waiting for your turn to talk.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't have a turn to talk and it's okay.
Right.
Exactly.
Just to accept it, absolutely.
Sorry, so we were talking about your dad.
Yeah.
So he was a driving instructor. I'm curious why that was the only time you ever spent with him.
As much as I love my dad, I didn't have a good mother. And it's funny because I was like, that'd be the dynamic sometimes. It's like, my mom, I seen my mom more than I seen my dad after she got out of jail or whatever the case is.
How old were you when your mother got out?
I don't remember that, but I remember when I met her. Because you got to factor that we're Haitian, so like when somebody gets arrested and all that back then, you was getting deported and shit. So it wasn't like, oh, we gonna go pick up your mother from jail day or nothing like that.
Because your mother was Haitian?
Yeah, we're Haitian. We're Haitian.
I know you are. Yeah. I wasn't sure like what.
How else, if you...
Is your dad Haitian too?
My dad's Haitian.
Yeah.
We're Haitian and Dominican.
Okay.
We're mixed up and all that. So I spoke.
Yes, sir.
So,
I'm Honduran. We
yeah,
got
we grew up. I grew up
Let's go.
speaking language and shit. Like English is my second language, I want to say. English is my second language. Spanish is my third, and French is my fourth.
Damn, you know 4 languages. That's what it is.
English.
Your first is Creole?
My first was Creole. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
And then I speak Bahamian Patois because I used to live in the Bahamas.
What other languages are you fluent in besides English, of course?
I just said all of that shit while we was just talking.
Oh, you're fluent in all of those languages?
No. I'm not. I'm fluent in English. I'm fluent in French Creole. You got to put me in a paper bag with a bunch of Spanish people, and then my Spanish will come out. But it's not like a natural. Like if I drop something, I'm not gonna naturally be like carajo, opposed to like if I drop something, I'm gonna be like yet. Like you know what I mean? One of them kind of triggers more than others.
Yeah, it's the environment too, for sure.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I learn and I learned that not because I wanted to learn that, but because that was the lay of the land, and I had to get with the lay of the land. I had to adapt to every part of my environment.
You can't communicate with them if you don't know the language, of course.
Exactly. No matter what. Yeah, exactly. Things like that.
So the fact that you were born in prison, like that's so shocking to me. You know, that's crazy. But that's your life, right? Obviously, I assume that you don't remember any of that.
Absolutely.
Right. No. But how early did you know that was your story?
I found out in 2011 when I was fighting the feds.
And at that point, you were like 11 years old.
No, 2011.
Oh, I'm sorry, you were like 20 something.
I was 20, turning 21.
Right.
I found out that at that point right there.
Really? You found out as an adult?
Yeah, because like growing up, like I heard like this is what it was or whatever the case is, but like you see certain things and they hide certain things, and you trust certain people and they hide certain things. So like you don't really know what to believe in shit. Like whether or not the intention of why they're hiding it from you is pure, it doesn't make for your life to make sense unless you choose to make sense of it, because you get to a point where you realize like this nothing about me makes sense.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like even when I went to go get my birth certificate, I had to go get a new birth certificate and shit. And I was like, the fuck? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like with those type of like little simple shit that you just trying to go ahead and go do as a, you know, as an adult and shit like that. You could fucking lose your whole wallet on vacation and you gonna need all of your shit again. Right. And then you start finding out more and more and more and shit like that. But then, like I said, when I was fighting the case in 2011, that's when I found out, because it's like they try to rub it in my face in a sense, like.
Was it your family told you?
Yeah, nah. The feds
told you. Oh,
yeah, when I had my initial interview in 2011, when I realized that they was coming in and like trying to figure out whether or not they was gonna take my case and try me, whatever way it was, however it went.
Right.
Because I was like 2011, I was fucking. They called me Ricky Grams back in the day, and that nigga, like, I was like a young dumb, you know what I'm saying? So like at that point, it was all about like gun trafficking, like alleged murder, like, you know, bunch of bullshit and shit like that. So like trying to pit me to the cross and shit like that. And yeah, that's when I found out that they was like, that was that. And then, you know, when you go look at the Zopound documentary on Gangland, my uncle, Romel Barletier, which is my last name, was a nigga that got killed in front of the studio in Miami on the Zopound documentary. So it's like, you get all of these little pieces and shit like that. You got your cousins explaining it, like, you know, I'm cool with my family. Like, you know, I got a bloodline last name. So like, if you have my last name, chances are we're blood unless you got married in type shit, you understand? So like, all of the stories all make sense with everything that we was doing. With everything that they was doing, you get what I'm saying?
That's very wild, bro.
Yeah,
very
that's how I found out. I'm probably still finna find some shit out.
It's like that, bro. In other cultures too, bro. I remember a couple weeks ago we were talking with Ja, and he was like, Jerry L, the other co-host. He was like,
shout out Jerry L.
Yeah.
And shout out.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do the intro. Para nu dia.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to take over for him because it's an insider. But what was I just saying? Fuck.
Sorry. You were talking with Jerry L about like.
A couple weeks ago. It's like that in different cultures where people, like, you know, come from different places and they get their paperwork or documentaries messed up, and then like they start figuring things out about their families they didn't know because they were in and out of the country or this and that, right? So I just thought that was crazy because you're still like so wowed by it, but I'm like I've heard about.
Well, I mean, the federal prison thing is pretty crazy.
That's wild.
But no, I mean, I am coming from my family history is very clear. You know, like, I know my grandparents.
You know, what's the crazy thing about it is I could keep it tall with you. My family history is probably more clear than yours.
Really? Because like you can trace it in certain ways?
I could not even in certain ways. I could trace it back to the roots.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't need no extra nothing for it. I'm firstborn generation in America. My grandfather and then they parents. You get what I'm saying? So basically my history goes back into how my grandfather got here.
So you can get back to your great grandparents.
I can get back to my great, because I was, because you think about it, this is another thing, like I grew up with my grandparents. So even when I did get around like my aunts, uncles, my mother, whatever the case is, listening to them wasn't necessarily part of my thought process. I was raised by my grandparents, the same people that raised you. We equal, bro. So I treated them like we was the same age and shit. That's what
your parents, you mean?
Whatever,
or your aunts and shit.
Whoever the parental figure was supposed to be, they had no space to exist because I was growing up with my grandparents. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, bro. That's a huge level of consciousness.
You get what I'm trying to say?
For real. Because most people won't say that. We'll talk about their childhood traumas, like, you know, they were the victim and this and that, but it takes a lot of, go ahead.
Growth. It's a matter of growth, because I didn't always think like this. And I can go back to something that you said earlier. You said, you said something in regards to, you said, you're so humble, you understand and grateful.
Yeah, you have a grateful
There was times that I wasn't. That's why I am right now. You get me? You meeting this version of me right now. The version that I was before wouldn't have been able to be over there. Like,
what changed you?
What changed me?
Good question.
When my grandfather died.
Yeah? Why?
10 months after my grandmother died.
Were they married?
Yeah, they was married and they been together.
Why 10 months? What was...
They died 10 months apart. My grandmother died in August. And then, my grandfather died in
It happens
June.
a lot, right? People are just like, fuck
the
this
love of their lives. Nah, the love of their life.
The love, the hurt kills you.
Everything
the pain
hurts.
probably kills you sooner. Yeah.
So what happened was, my grandfather died, and then after my grandfather died, I got arrested for the same case that I'm fighting right now. Same case I've been fighting for 3 years.
Wow.
My grandfather died, and when he died, and I was speaking at his funeral, I realized that I was the only version of a son that he had to speak at his funeral.
Did he have a son or?
I was the only version of a son that he had to speak at.
What do you mean
his
version?
funeral.
Like it wasn't his real son,
no
but
son.
it was like his son.
I'm
You're the next male.
Yeah.
I would be considered the patriarch of my family.
Because this is your mother's father.
My mother's father.
Right.
So me being the patriarch of my family and being able to put my grandfather to rest, it told me that I need to create lineage and I needed a son. And that's just really what happened. Like I had like a kind of an epiphany and a vision all at the same time.
This is while you're speaking?
This is while I'm speaking, while like my grandfather's right here and I'm talking. Yeah. I went up there. You know what I did when I went up there to the mic? I freestyled.
Did you?
I'm pretty good at that.
That's a natural.
You are good at that, dude. See, I tried that at my best friend's wedding when I was like 23, and I totally fucking choked.
No, don't let him lie. He got some raps. I heard him. I heard some of them, right, Jimmy?
No, I gotta write if I'm gonna rap.
Nah, when I get a chance, if you want, I could send you the video and we could show everybody.
I like to see that.
That'd be cool.
I will say my father's eulogy, I wrote it. Jimmy, it's pretty good, right?
Don't lie.
It was much better.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. I'll take his word for it. Jimmy don't be lying.
It was good. Had to do that for my dad. But anyways, sorry. So in that moment, so you're looking out at everybody and you really had that realization, like, I need to have a son?
I need to have a son and I need to get on my shit more than I am right now.
So leading up to that funeral, you're fucking around. Were you Ricky Grahams at that point still?
No.
But you're still running around getting into trouble.
My bad.
Yo, you know the thing about it is not necessarily. It's hard to get into trouble when you are the trouble. See,
what's the difference though?
The difference is you're creating circumstances to where everybody around you can get in trouble for whatever they're doing, and you're helping. You're
influencing. You're making trouble.
Yeah, opposed to I'm just being loyal and these are my friends.
Got you. Okay.
No. Like I'm the reciprocal of that. I started becoming the friend that your girl and your people will tell you not to go chill with.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Right. So even in that, as like right before I got arrested, I could see my social life deteriorating because I wasn't going to be able to keep up everything that I was doing for everybody. Whether it was supplying all the drugs, the studio space, the whatever the fuck it is and whatever the fuck they was doing to get their shit off, if I'm supplying it all, it was gonna get to a point where I can't do it no more.
Okay.
You get me? And not only just on a financial level, it was more on a physical level because you're doing drugs every night, getting drunk every night. That should take a toll on you. You get what I'm saying? And then when I had to go bury my grandfather, that was the first time ever that I ever lifted a casket. And we put him up in a wall opposed to in the ground. You get what I'm saying? So he was in a mausoleum wall. And then when I was incarcerated, my OG from my set, T. Rogers, passed away August 19th. God rest his soul, BIP. And he outlived his children. And he died and had he had a real gang type going away. But from what I seen over there to what I seen with my grandfather, at that point I was able to make a decision for myself. I was free when I watched my grandfather get buried, but I was locked up when T. Rogers passed. And I had to ask myself, which way do you want to die? Because my grandfather died at 90, my grandmother died at 101. T. Rogers died damn near 20 25, 30 years younger than my grandfather.
Yeah.
So somebody was living a certain way that they needed to live.
Yeah.
And somebody might have not been. Do you get what I'm saying? So I had to make the decision to be like, damn, I got to get ahead of this shit before it's too late.
Right. Like a reflection.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So
what do you think is the difference between you and people who don't realize that?
they don't realize it, they're not doing.
real. They not him type shit.
Yeah, but like, what is it about you, do you think, that, you know, gave you the clarity or the awareness or whatever it is that you had that realization? Like, this is not the right path. God? Yeah? But why you? Why would God choose you and not others?
A mustard seed is this big.
Okay.
Meaning that if I fill my pocket with mustard seeds, I'd have enough to fill this whole block and Fenway.
With mustard seeds?
With just one mustard seed. And that's all you need really to have faith to carry on through anything, is that one mustard seed.
I see.
Hold up, I don't get this one. Do you get it?
He's saying that all you need to have faith and believe in something is just a little bit of hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that
All
what?
you need, yeah, just a faith.
I've been decoding Kado since he's got here. He speaks in riddles and metaphors. I love it.
Definitely
He's very
does,
philosophical. I actually wanted to, because I know we're getting like very deep. I wanted to like loosen up the conversation and ask, what is your philosophy? What kind of things do you believe? Do you read? What kind of things are you interested in?
I read a lot. Actually, I have me and Vic Mensa. We actually have a program through our nonprofits, 93 Boys as well, which is a weed company based out of Chicago, and we have the Books Before Bars program. And you could ask KT, because we was locked up together. All of those books that I was reading while we was locked up together, we turned those into a program, and we send those books into the prisons, because those books changed how I looked at life. From Joe
Name a couple.
Dispenza,
I want. Yeah. What's some of these books?
Yeah, for the
from
audience.
Joe Dispenza to Florence Scovel Shin and Norman Vincent Peale to Zora Neale Hurston to Eckhart Tolle. Like, it's just, those books change everything that I thought that I knew. And it gave me exactly what I needed to know. And it was easy for me to let go of what I thought I knew, because what I thought I knew didn't make sense once I got into this. Once I kind of slid through the threshold, I was able to see exactly what it is that I was supposed to be doing and what I wanted. Because I wanted what I wanted before I seen it in a book. I didn't know if it was real or not, but you know, you get to the point of exasperation where nothing makes sense anymore, and it's like, damn, like, people talk about rock bottom like you don't get to go nowhere else, but the real rock bottom is when you go back down and have to do the same thing over again.
You have to find a
I'd
way
much
back up.
rather start at zero than have to deal with what I have already that I was trying to escape from, to try to navigate through that.
Because you feel like that was below zero.
Yeah, that's below zero, so that'd be me clearing zero just to get to the next. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Based off of my ego and pride and shit. That's another thing. I learned that you can't do this shit by yourself. Two things I learned, especially because I'm a gangster, right? And I try to preach. I'm going to say two different quotes. One is you need to focus on what you love and not who you hate. And two is you can't kill everybody and you can't help everybody. Once you allow those things to sink in and be your reality, bro, you start vibrating in a longer frequency where you're held accountable.
That second one, I think, is really important, because it's about control. You know, you can't kill everybody, you can't help everybody. You know, because both of those things are like, you want to kill somebody because you want to stop them, and you want to and you want to help somebody because you want to control them or guide them out of whatever they're going through that you think you can save them from. And yeah, both are so important, right, in life, because you're going to come across people that piss you off so much and you want to fucking kill them. But like, you have to just let it go, because you don't want the consequences of that. And then there's a lot of people in your life that you're going to love that are all fucked up. And
they won't accept
you can try and you can feel like you have an impact on them, but in the end, they're either going to help themselves or they're not.
Real.
Nah, that's a fact. Cause like even if you think about like, even just for face value, you can't kill everybody. You can't help everybody, right? So in your mind, if you mad at somebody, you feel like you gotta kill them. You end up not helping yourself because you killed this person or whatever the case is or whatever the case is. And when it comes to helping everybody, you're not helping nobody because you kind of end up enabling them people to kill themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like,
I mean, I think so.
did I say that right? Hold on.
So I think what you mean there, or what I assume you mean, is that when you're helping everybody, you're making things too easy for them.
You can help.
so they don't do
basically, what
enough
I'm
for
saying is
themselves
that
when they
you can help somebody to their death.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And you can also get help from somebody that's trying to kill you
How?
because their intentions are not pure.
So that it teaches you something?
It always teaches you something. If you go out your way, right, to help everybody, then you come to this realization that you can't help everybody, you can't kill everybody, right? The reason why you have these two dynamics is because you've dealt in death and you've dealt in poverty or lack or whatever the case you want to call it, right? So sometimes when you remove yourself from the situation, the death that you're dealing with might come with killers. Do you get what I'm saying? So therefore, those people might want to hurt you because you no longer can help them.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And for the people that you might transition, you might change their minds over, you might not be able to get a chance to change their minds back fully over so they can grasp the 360 of it, and they're only getting 180 because those would be the same people you need to protect you because you can't help everybody. So they're protecting you from those people that you can't help because now those people that you used to help are trying to kill you.
Okay.
You get what I'm
I
trying
think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's complex, but I
Like
think I
they
know what
take
you mean.
advantage
Yeah.
of you because you gave out so much to them, but then you stop giving it a help, they turn on you.
And they
Basically,
turn on
that's
you.
what-
Exactly. Because if I
That's
say
happened.
no, it's always, what's the concept? It's like everybody remembers when you said no, not when you said, for all the times you said yes. And that's basically what that comes down to. And the reason why I brought y'all all the way to that extreme, because it made you guys think like, damn, like what the fuck? At what point did my life become in jeopardy when I was trying to help somebody? Because you helped the wrong person.
Right.
Not because of your intentions, because their intentions wasn't pure. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Real.
So what keeps you so generous? Because you're a generous guy. You know, like those sessions that we talked about are the example, you know, and then the way that you bring everybody down to your mansion in Baltimore and put people up, fly them down, do the sessions, feed them. That's a kind of a form of helping people, right? So you're a caregiver in my eyes. So you are still trying to help kind of everybody, right? So is that just something that's so in you that you can't give it up, or is it you're doing it in a certain way where you don't look at it like that?
I'm still filtering because I can't tell the future. Basically, like I'm just being myself. I'm just this is what I do naturally. Like this is what I like to do. I love to see that, whatever the case is. But I'm just filtering because I could have this conversation with you right now and be like, oh yeah, everything is fine, and then either tomorrow or 10 years from now, one of these niggas in this room will fucking do me dirty, and now we sitting here having a podcast about this.
Who do you think it's gonna be?
Oh shit.
Just kidding.
No, he always instigating, bro. Don't even pay him no mind.
Nah, but you get what I'm saying. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
for me, it's like
You, Dallas.
He said it might.
you get what I'm saying. So like that's basically like how I carry it. Like I carry it like that. Like everything is subject to change.
Kado, have you? What are how many like? I want to say drugs or anything, but have you experimented with like psychedelics at all?
I'm waiting. My next level is ayahuasca.
Oh man, bro, you
And,
would love that shit. I feel like you would be a fun person to trip with.
Ayahuasca and what like that I think I was this something else?
DMT? Dimethyltryptamine.
Those two right there. Those are the last two I wanna.
You
we can't even say that
Acid,
without
I
getting
love
banned,
acid.
but-
Yeah, you fuck with acid?
LSD,
That's a
baby.
good time.
Acid's a good time, bro.
No.
Yeah. Do you like to trip hard or?
I be so like not scared, bro.
Yeah, it's all
I be
about.
gone.
Yeah.
So you do trip hard?
Gone. What? I be gone, bro.
Like you're not even seeing reality anymore type trips?
I wouldn't say it like that because there's no stories. I just like to go. For me, it's because I meditate. I meditate a lot. I'm very spiritual.
Yeah.
I play the crossroads, you know, life and death, the material world and the spiritual world. So for me, if I could sit here right now, if we wasn't doing nothing and nobody was around me, I'd probably close my eyes and try to meditate. KT know how he was locked up with me. He know how I give it up.
Yeah.
I meditate in the middle of the night. He left my room. He was like, hell no, nigga.
I know.
He left.
I know. KT
like that shit.
therapeutic, bro.
Right?
It wasn't even that. Well, yeah, that was part of it. This nigga can
Grab
read
the
all
mic.
night, bro. This nigga will read a book all day, all night.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
That shit, nigga, at some point I needed to sleep, bro.
You got the fucking light on.
KT, you be skating and like taking the tab or some shit.
So what happened?
You take like I like to skate and like be tripping and shit. That's my therapy, like meditating and skating. Cause you said you skated earlier.
Nah, I said when I was a kid.
Oh right, all right, bet.
But, yeah, my therapy, bro. Are you forcing it?
Well, no, I'm trying
I
to
gotta
so we can hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah, I mean,
We got in ears on. Yeah.
It's a microphone.
I thought I was talking. I thought I was talking loud enough. Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
man.
You're good.
Yeah. But my therapy, bro, is just living life, bro. Grateful for freedom. I'm free. Do whatever I want, bro. That's my therapy. You know what I'm saying? Embracing everything. But besides that. But yeah, bro, when we was locked up, bro, or dogs, bro, this shit was wrecked. Looking at other people, bro, and what they thought real life was, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it gives you a different perspective.
But it's
That's
like,
real.
Same.
So you just got out though, like what? Within a week, 2 weeks?
I've been home 3 weeks now. I've been home 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it tougher this time? Because you've been a
Hey, yo, I'm gonna keep it tall with you, bro.
Yeah.
Them 90 days right there, bro. That was like the worst thing I've had to go through.
because you just had a son.
It's not just because I had a son, it's because you know what it did for me? I put it like this, right? I was in the same facility that I caught this when I caught this case. And I was in the same facility where I was manifesting the life that I ended up living when I came back. So down to the fact that the books that I had piled up to the ceiling was my book program now. The fact that when I came home, I was celibate because I wanted to make sure that I was the right version for the wife that I wanted. And I got my wife. The fact that when my grandfather died, I know I wanted to have a son. He's 8 months now.
That's a manifestation.
You get what I'm saying to you? Like,
bro.
I mind you, I'm facing a life sentence on this bracelet, and everybody knew I couldn't leave a house like that, and that shit didn't change how the fuck God was gonna bless me regardless of what. So it's like it's hard for me not to believe. It's hard for me not to be like, nigga, I could tell you my blessing, and I could walk you through it. It's hard to sit there and act like you just did all of this shit, because if you did all of that, you would have did it already, and you wouldn't have to be grateful. You get what I'm saying? Because how many times do you breathe in and you be like, thank you for that last breath, until it's your last breath?
Yeah.
Real.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Right. You just gotta be grateful for.
So
being
for
in
me,
prison.
it's like when I bailed out in 2022, when I bailed out, I was on a bracelet, I was stuck in the house. And opposed to trying to create something that wasn't, I created more with what was. Meaning that I knew that I wasn't going to be able to leave the house for these couple times. I knew that and even down to where I lived, I picked a spot where it was so far out the way that for anybody to come over my house, you don't need no problems. You get me? You don't need no gun. You don't need no nothing. You good. Everything is straight. This is why I do the things that I do the way that I do them, so that we can have that open space and that clear energy. You know, we create the best out of nothingness. That's how the world was created anyways. God created everything out of nothingness. You know what I mean? So that's the concept that I use with everything that I do and shit like that. So with me, going away from this case with this, whatever the 3 years and dealing with all of this shit and everything else, I just knew that I had to make something happen. And I didn't have to just make something happen. I had to make the niggas around me believe in some shit that they never ever thought was even possible. Let alone their own existence. They had to see some shit that wasn't even, that's not real. Like, you have to be there to explain this. You have to get flown out. You have to come around. You have to be at a session. You have to talk to individuals. You have to do all that shit for you to understand that over here on my side, for me personally, and I can speak for my wife and my kids and my household, God works over here. I just be wanting to show everybody else that that's like a real thing. And that's why I'm so transparent in that regard. So that you can see, like, bro, like, everybody's not a piece of shit. Life ain't fucked up as much as you think it is, that it is. And if it is, then it is. I'm not here to tell you that I have the key to your life or I got the money that you gonna need to get to your next level. But I know that for me, I'm not scared of my next level. I'm not worried about what happens next. I'm okay with it, whatever it is, whether it's good or bad. Because
even if you're found guilty?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be.
Oh, the case is open? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, bet. I didn't even know that. Yeah, don't even talk about it. Fuck it.
No, I mean,
that's
if you don't want to talk about it, we won't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
Is that a fate that you've accepted on any level?
Fucks no.
No?
I'm on my 4th lawyer. Fuck that.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
That's confidence, bro. Keep that shit, bro. We need that.
Nah, right. Because, I don't know. Because, like I said, for what I believe in, I really believe in it. Right. And everything. And they go back to that mustard seed. I believe in that shit full-heartedly, wholeheartedly. Nothing could take me off from my path because I would have been got influenced by somebody that's around me and shit like that. I don't. I'm no longer influenced. I'm no longer, like, weak. I'm no longer, like, you know what I'm saying, a coward. I'm no longer none of that shit because a lot of us don't like to admit those things about ourselves.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to be 4 things. I wanted to be a provider, a leader, a father, and a husband. You get what I'm saying? I used to be a cheater. I used to be broke. I used to be a follower. You get what I'm trying to say? Right. So you think about when something like that happens in your life and you're able to see it and walk the transition through to make sure that it's real, to get to your finish line. Just to know that the little finish line that everybody else might see as a finish line is not the end. And there's just more. When you figure out that you can live your life instead of just, like, you know, being, like, just being there, I guess.
Through it, yeah.
Yeah, just going through your, you know, autopilot. You start seeing, like, and you start becoming more aware of, like, all of the things that you missed.
I was gonna ask you, Kado, did you experience that or any type of, like, superficial type of not superficial, supernatural, like, powers? I know it sounds crazy, but I know a lot of people say when they turn celibate, they, you know, semen retention is one of the big things where it's like you're building a lot more testosterone in your body and you're not you're retaining it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, all the worked up. Yeah, it's an alchemic bond that happens in your body, and it, you know, you're able to absorb proteins and all this stuff faster or whatever. Your metabolism gets better. Incels
shoot up schools all the time, right?
I don't.
So fucking pumped up,
bro. That's probably what. Yeah, because they don't get no pussy. No, you're right. But I was gonna ask you, did you experience anything of, like, higher caliber when you were celibate?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it was even before that. Like, it's crazy because I stepped into it. It wasn't like called upon me. I just knew that it was a time in my life where I had to change everything about it. So I was just like, what could I sacrifice? Because I got incarcerated, so like my sacrifice is kind of like bare minimum at that point. So what could you sacrifice from here, and not just here, but like wanting to be something better when you get out? During that whole time, I experienced a lot of shit. I got visions of my son. I seen what he was gonna look like. I knew he was coming. I was telling everybody that I was having a son before I even had him.
Right, you mentioned that. That's why I was like the manifestation. That must have been the superpower
Bro,
type shit.
He came, he looked exactly how it was supposed to look like. When I was sitting there talking to Dallas, and I was like, yo, yeah, bro, we about to do this. I'm about to go back to thing, boom, boom, boom. We about to go to Baltimore. I need your help building a studio. Dallas be around rappers all day. Niggas love to lie.
Right,
Dallas was like, yeah, bet. And I was like, yo, Dallas, I'm what's up? He was like, yo, what the fuck?
I mean, it's not that I was like, I thought you were lying, but like you said, I've heard a lot of talk. I got to his house and I was like, holy shit, this place is fucking real.
That's right.
Like, he's really got this huge house with fucking all these rooms, a studio in the basement, the movie room, all that shit. You know, Kado's one of the few guys that
really doing it.
Does back it up.
Absolutely, bro. That's why I said before, bro. Keep that energy up, bro. That confidence. We need that in this community and all hip hop community, bro. We need that shit because there's a lot of people, like you said, super confident and don't walk the talk, or don't. I said that right. Don't talk to whatever.
Walk the talk.
Yeah, walk the talk.
Yeah,
they don't like. They'll say some shit and then they'll not do it, or they don't really mean what they're saying. So we appreciate that. Both of us, we appreciate that you're in the community, bro, right now, for real, pushing heavy. You say he was in a big house? Like what? Okay, hold on. What's your real estate agent? I need a real estate agent. I'm trying to get a nice little spot for myself, bro. Look.
You gotta wait till the interest rates drop. Dude.
Yeah,
that shit's bad right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You did move away though.
Yeah.
Like how has that felt for you? Like, because you're a guy that like this area needs. You know, you're a leader by example. You know, so like, it's kind of a shame that you're not around more.
What part of Boston are you from, by the way? I never asked.
Yeah, yo, gangster, I'm gonna keep it tall with you, bro. I'm really not from Boston or Massachusetts like that. I lived in Framingham from 98 to 2003. Then I moved to Atlanta, and then I lived in Salem. I lived in fucking Peabody.
Okay, cool.
Brockton.
Yeah, of course.
And then I did like a lot of time and shit. My family, like we probably got like 6 or 7 properties in the town of Boston, from Hyde Park, Rosendale, Hyde Park, like from Dorchester, Mattapan, especially. Like, I'm not from nowhere, bro. I didn't really grow up having, like, I went to like 16, 17 different schools, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, I grew up moving around too.
Did you ever have a best friend?
Not 16, 17.
Did I what?
Did you ever have a best friend?
I had like probably like 15 of them, and they all died and shit.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, from like everywhere. Like I've never had stability. You can get to the, like, that's my life. My life has never been stable. You get me?
Can I rephrase my question then? What place do you feel like is your home then? What do you resonate with more? Or like what environment, I guess? Because you have a very like city vibe about you, but you also have this like down south country. Like I definitely feel this Atlanta vibe from you as well.
But for me, it's like home is where you are. You know what I mean? So for me, like thing. But I feel like for me, with everywhere that I've lived, whether it was New York, Massachusetts, Florida, Atlanta, Chicago, LA, or whatever the case is, Rhode Island, whether I was up in Maine, whether I'm in Baltimore, whatever the case is, I feel like Massachusetts is like the only place that I've lived that I haven't completed what I wanted to do here. Whatever.
Everyone says
It was the
that.
only place
So
that I
hard.
haven't been able to keep my word at.
Which part of your word?
What was the question?
I said, which part of your
my
word?
He
Oh,
said,
which part of your word?
the part where I said that I could help, well, not help, the part where I said that I could make sure all of my niggas eat the right way.
You haven't gotten there yet.
I haven't gotten there yet. Like, even with the record that we did, like, you know, we was talking or whatever the case is, but the reason why that record came about, because I was on the phone with Chilla, and me and Chilla was talking about how, like, people make you feel bad for having what you have. You know what I'm saying? But what people forget is that I got what I have, but you don't want what I got right now. Because you would have to take it all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If a nigga wanted to switch places with me, as much as you might want my mansion, my wife, my kids, all of that shit, you would have to take this case that you got to get ready for trial for.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna wake up and decide and agree with that, no matter how much you pay them.
Right.
And I got some paper, but I don't got enough paper to pay a nigga enough to be like, yeah, I'll take that from you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, reality sets in, bro. You gotta be honest with yourself. And whatever it is that you do, bro, you can sit there and pretend and flex and do all that nut ass shit all you want and live that life and shit and continue your cycle. You get what I'm saying? You going in a half a circle. You get me? Because you doing 180 and 180 is empty, but you still able to do the 360 because that's the law of the gravity. That's the law of physics. You get to go through the motions. Whether you're not doing something or not, it doesn't matter. When you get lost, regardless of what, you got to get somewhere. You have to be going somewhere to get lost. When you get to the point where they can turn your directions around, then you get your directions turned around. But in the process, you're going somewhere and you're lost. A lot of us don't find our direction, and a lot of us have to do U-turns until we figure it out. A lot of us are still rerouting, you know what I'm saying? So for those people that are not rerouting and they're trying to figure out something,
Put 'em
back
on.
to the beginning of the conversation was leaving, you know? You gotta kind of know that you're good enough everywhere else, not just from where you
That's real. Yeah.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta kind of. That's how you build confidence too. I didn't really become a man until I left the city, bro, and I lost, like you said, the support system. You got to learn how to be your own solidified person, and then you come back like, all right, the wolf went out to the pack. Now he can come into the pack, and we can build on that.
And
Because he knows how to live by himself.
And it's crazy you say that because that's how like my whole family is. Cause my family don't be around me. I don't go to jail and call my mom and none of them, my sisters. I deal with everything. Something happen to them, I gotta deal. I'm more or less hiding my incarceration to make sure they know they still got me, opposed to me asking them for help. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when it comes down to like, what the fuck was you just saying? What you just said? What was
I? I'm fucking high. I don't even know what was I saying.
Yeah, I know. I think the thought ran us out.
We were talking about like mansion and I forget. You had it though. You was on the tip of your tongue
I
though.
know. It's right there. What did he
Like
say?
as you was talking, I was actually paying
Yeah,
attention.
instant replay feature. I forgot
Yeah,
to.
shit, Jimmy. We need the instant feature. But until it comes back into mind, I guess we'll just change this topic. I wanted to ask you: do you have any financial advice for like younger artists or just any younger person in general? Like I know you said you were talking about the family owns like a couple.
Yeah,
how did that come about? How does someone get a loan or?
Yo, my people, we're Haitians, bro. They came out here from a third world country and they had no choice but to make it.
So they
Like,
doing everything, working.
They're gonna have to.
Yeah.
They don't. That's not school, whatever the case is, nursing, whatever it is. It is. If I had any advice financially for anybody, is stack your paper, bro, and like.
Do you invest, like stocks or trade crypto?
Nah, I want to and I'm scared to, but it's not even that. I think I'm just lazy. And in the sense of that, because it's not really something that we're having open and broad discussions about. So it's not making anybody feel safe about their bread. So that's probably why there's more money over there.
That's yep. Yeah. I got you, bro. I can show you. It's so easy. Literally just download a app.
Just buy NVIDIA stock and let it sit.
Dude, that's crazy. I'm up 20% on NVIDIA. That's crazy. Yeah. A lot, right?
yeah. I got
we'll have to lock. We'll have to lock that in with.
Today was the earnings, so I'm excited to see what happens now. Okay. But so, what is like making sure everybody look like to you? Do you have that vision, or are you trying? Because you got so many angles going on with all these businesses and nonprofits, and of course music. Is there one of those you're like, that's the path, or are you just pushing on everything to see which one breaks?
I mean, all my bills and my wife and my family is blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, you know what, bro? It's like, I'm not the person to be asking them type of questions, to be completely honest with you. And the reason why I say that is because I would be doing my people an injustice if I start talking financially and how to make this and whatever. When there's a certain level, you can find somebody richer than me. You can find somebody with more paper than me. You could do, and somebody that could probably better explain.
All right, so then I think my question really though was like, what did you like? What do you visualize? You talk a lot about visualizing and manifesting. What are you visualizing for yourself? For like your real success?
My real success would be me finishing college, and I'm finishing my doctorate in psychology, and I want to open up like a practice to where I talk to the people that look like me. I want people to walk into my building and be like, what the fuck, this is my doctor? Yeah, this is me, what's up? And to be able to know that they're gonna get the help that they need opposed to the help that they're paid to get.
Right.
I believe in you, bro. That's you got that. I already
that's
know.
Like
that's
my end all be all for like all of this. Like I really just want to live in a space to where I can help as many people, but like actually help them without having to be in a self-gratifying space. Because that's what like the rap shit is. It's like it's hard to maneuver and do all of this when you just a rapper and shit like that. Oh, I'm a rapper. Well, we don't even know who you are, so how successful can you be? So how much is da-da-da? So the conversation becomes diluted, whereas I'm Dr. Barletier and I'm here to talk to you about this, that, and the third. Like, what the... They're gonna be like, how the fuck did a nigga like him get to call himself a doctor? What did he do?
Right.
The conversation peaks a little bit more, a little bit further than the rap conversation.
Would you ever quit music?
I'm damn near done.
Yeah?
Like career-wise or hobby-wise?
Nah, I feel it. The thing about it is I was never able to make rap my career because I never made enough money to call it my career.
Real, that's real.
Do you still want to try to do that?
I was about to say, do you treat it like a career? Do you invest in yourself?
Of course, I mean, I invest and do all of that, but I'm also honest. So I also invest in myself outside of financially. I also invest in myself emotionally to deal with the disappointments of if something doesn't happen. This is why I got to where I got to, because I mourn the loss of the career that I could have had, should have had, wanted to have, whatever.
With music, you mean?
With music. Yeah, period.
Is that a...
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just, my question was, is that a self-doubt of not being able to achieve it? Because you do a lot of numbers, so I'm wondering if it's like an algorithmic thing, or is it something that you're just like, you know what, I don't want to put in the energy to like sell out basically and do the reels every day.
Nah, it's not even that. Part of it is that because I don't like cameras and I don't like that weird shit.
Yeah.
But this has to do with the fact that I've been doing this shit since 2005. So it's been almost 20 years that I've done this, right? And I've been rapping for fucking 19 years at this point, 2005, 2024, 19 years, right? And the way that I carry my music is that I grew up listening to like that made me want to rap was like Jeezy's, was like, you know, the niggas that came in with a bag hoes. You get what I'm saying? The motherfuckers, Pharrell, Pusha T's, like those type of, you know what I mean? So for me it took time for me to understand them. Because when I was younger, I didn't think that they was that good of rappers or whatever the fuck. Until I got to the age where I realized that I wanted what they had, and I had to go through whatever, somewhat of a simulation of what they went through so that I could understand a little bit better until I got to the point where I got to. Whereas now, the same way that I talk about being one of the biggest Zoes from my region, the same way I talk about being one of the biggest Black Peace Stone Bloods from my region, the same way I talk about being who I am as a whole, it all gets to reflect in the music, so it makes it that much purer. You get what I'm trying to say? So by the time I'm putting it all out, I'm just gaining, I'm really filling up my works cited page, because now everything becomes more and more real and it becomes more easy for people to believe. So I remember when I first started rapping, it was hard for people to understand my lyrical content, because not that I wasn't living it, but it was just hard to believe. It was too early. You got to give people time. You got to give yourself time. Time to grow, time to understand, time to evolve. And back to what you were saying about whatever, like, I've had deal offers. I spoke to whatever the fuck, but the shit wasn't for me. Back then, when that shit was happening, y'all probably wouldn't even be talking to me right now. I'd be doing life. I'd have been a dead nigga somewhere. So with that,
with the deal, if you had taken the deal,
if I had a deal worth taking, or if I knew and understood what the fuck was going on, opposed to my own ego and pride and everything that was in my way, I would have had more that the public could see, but the public could also destroy, whereas I have way more now that the public wouldn't even know how to attack me. And it would have took all of this shit to happen to me for me to get here. So I would have to regret everything that happened before, which I do regret the bad things that I did. But with those regrets, I live with those at the top of how I move emotionally, so that they never happen again.
Right, you have to be shameless, and then of course.
What's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret is gangbanging.
Is what?
Gangbanging.
Can I follow up question? Why?
Which parts of it? And why?
I was gonna say why.
Yeah.
All of it, because it creates an accessibility to yourself that you're not able to fulfill all the time, and you're forced to, whether you wanted to or not, or whether you expect it or don't expect it. Because God forbid something happen and I get locked up right now and I get in fucking East Bumblefuck jail, right? The first two things niggas is gonna ask is either you a Crip, Blood, G, whatever the first denominations of gang shit is.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas if you got locked up, you'd be like, stop fucking talking to me. I'm not here for that. And you could say that respectfully, and you could just walk on by. It's already bad enough I got locked up. Now I gotta explain to niggas that I'm a gang that these niggas might not fuck with just because we in jail, and now we got to
you have to do that? Is that something that like you have to
hey, listen, we're not gonna have a Vlad TV interview about gangbanging and all that shit. We not finna
you right.
That's fine. That's fine.
All I'm saying is that you attach yourself to something that you made a pact with forever, and it attacks your character consistently, whether you wanted to or not. Because it creates a space where your loyalty is always at risk.
Would you undo it from your past if you could?
No. Yes. Hell yeah. It's a regret. I would absolutely not.
Even though like it is part of what made you the man you are today?
And I accept the man that I am today, but I can't go back in the past anyway, so all I could tell you is the truth.
Right.
So that's just how I go.
But you wish that you hadn't taken that path.
If somebody came to me and asked me in the middle and right before I made my decision and showed me this right now, Yeah, I would, because I landed so wonderfully. Had I not landed like this, I'd have had a different answer for you.
That's 2020, right?
Yeah.
So you say you're almost done with music. Like, why stop? Why not just, you don't have to necessarily pursue it as a profession, right? But why not rap?
Because I don't want to take up, I don't want to be in the way. If there's somebody else that's coming in that got space and the energy and the vitality to go ahead and go and really blow.
That's extremely selfless.
I'd rather not be in the way.
Like, that's awesome.
You get what I'm saying?
Like a lot more people on Spotify need to say that.
Yeah, you wouldn't be in the way because it's so unsaturated in Boston, but I feel you like going to Cali or New York or like Florida, even other places that are like oversaturated with artistry.
It is pretty saturated.
Yeah,
there,
it's
maybe
crazy.
Not like other areas, but yeah, but keep going. So yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, there's not a lot of artists like you, Kado, out here. You know, the community, it's all about communion out here. So I'm really big on that. You know what I'm saying? I love our community would love like this type of philosophy. It deserves it. And I think we work a lot. We work really hard, and then artists come up and they disappear. They have 1-2 songs and they disappear for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought like having that certain type of leadership and communion is very powerful.
Yeah, I don't think you should stop rapping and making music. I think you're too good for that.
I appreciate you, bro.
You're a talent that people need to hear.
And the reason why you're stopping is even like a beautiful story. So I feel like that yeah.
I mean,
that's just me though. Don't listen to us.
You can pull back.
Yeah.
And but I think as long as you enjoy doing it, I think that's one of the things that a lot of people that are pursuing music professionally forget about is the fact that like the reason they're pursuing it professionally, at least should be, is that they love doing it so much that they don't want to go to work. They don't want to go do a job. But like, you might not be able to reach that point where you can really pay your bills with it, but it's still fun to make.
It's fully understood, but like from my perspective, my age and what I've seen, for me, I'd rather people not look out for artists like, and it's fucked up to say because I say that because I can create my own lane financially and do what I gotta do and shit. So I don't want to be the motherfucker that's in the way talking about I'll pay for all of this shit where you miss out the opportunity, like I said, for some young kid that really, really deserves it. Yeah. He'll work his ass off and potentially do exactly what he needs to do and won't take it for granted. Because for me, it's like I got to realize that the life that I lived, my karma is not the same as everybody else's. Wow. So I'm okay with my karma not being the same as everybody else's. So with the fact that my karma is not the same as everybody else's, I don't have to, damn, what the hell was I gonna say? Not necessarily I don't have to, but it comes down to the space where, damn, I don't have to occupy space that doesn't necessarily need somebody like me.
No, I hear it.
I don't have to be in the way of whatever the case is and however it is, and I don't have to mix up my feelings in a space or something that when they talk about it being a young man's game or whatever the case is, no. Rap is a young man's job. It's a rich man's sport. Because the same way that I could sit there and spend the money on myself, I can grab the same thirsty kid, hungry kid.
It's a sport.
And help him get on, right? And he might not never get on, and I could have spent all my money ever in the world for him. And then all of a sudden, he's on talking about, oh yeah, well, they didn't do this, they didn't do that, and it's always a no opposed to the yes. So it's like, I just don't want to complicate the life that I've created outside of it. And the reason why is because rap wasn't the reason why I got everything that I got. But in the same reason, in the same breath, it is because it showed me what I didn't want and what I wanted more of. So I'll be damned if I'm away from my kid for a week, 2 weeks, because I'm in the studio with some ungrateful ass artists where my son misses me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm not ready for that obligation. So it goes back to the whole gangbanging shit. I made a decision when I was younger and wasn't old enough to understand the lifelong decision that I was making. At this age, I understand that I don't have the capacity to make a lifelong decision and commitment to music over my son and my wife. Whereas there's a young kid right now that has no wife, no kids, no nothing, and he's ready to go ahead.
That's real.
And you might be in his way just because you're paying.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So if I'm going to play the space, let me just play it as fair as I could so that if it happens, let it happen naturally opposed to me being in the way because I did a little bit extra and I boosted or I paid for or I did whatever to get where I have to get to or look like, because the music industry only has $500 million allocated to the rappers. I'm saying hip-hop, rap and hip-hop is $500 million. If you got big-ass artists that's already sitting on 400, there's no money over there for us. You get what I'm saying to you? Yeah. So I'd be dumb on top of that to even push this narrative of being a rapper and helping these kids not go to work, not go get them a pension, some 401k and all that. Because the same time that I spent going to jail and rapping, if I was working for the last 20 years, we wouldn't be even talking to me, bro. I'd be. But 30,
you might not be happy though.
Fully understood, but let the journey decide the destination. Let the journey decide the destination in the sense of I'm speaking from hindsight and everything that I've been through. But that young kid that just started, he don't know that yet. Let him go through that, especially if he's not one of me. He's not from the streets. He's not a gangster. He didn't cause harm to people's families. He's not doing it. He's living off of his childish imagination. His imagination is going to carry him to take over the world. Walt Disney didn't die Walt Disney because he stopped being Walt Disney. He kept his imagination. Adults don't grow, children always grow. Do you get what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean, is that I think more supports my point of like you can work a job and get your pension together and your 401k and all that shit, but you might really just feel completely unfulfilled. Whereas you pursue music and it might not go right, but at least you pursued it.
Yeah, but I think what he's saying is also I see both sides.
No, he said exactly what he said is exactly what we were supposed to get to. You realize that it doesn't matter. But my thing is, regardless of what, I'm not gonna be in the way of either person.
I mean, I love that. I love that.
You get what I mean? That's
trying to not be in the way.
And I think having a family too does, like, because now you have like responsibilities. You gotta have income, a source of income. So it's like.
It's true, but I think also a good example to set for your children, and I mean I'm biased because I do this, but you know, is to
chase that dream,
pursue shit that you love, you know, and not just be like, well, I'm supposed to work a job, so that's what I'm gonna do, you know, because that's inspiring to them, and that might change their life, even if it didn't change yours in the way that you imagined when you were younger.
Yeah, nah, facts, and that's
and also the other reason why I want you to stay in it. Selfishly, you know, is because I think that people, like artists, need a guy like you around, man. You know,
yeah,
people really look up to you,
right?
And you're really inspiring, and you give people perspectives that they never had before.
I appreciate that. You know, it's a crazy thing. Can I tell y'all for real? It don't feel like that. Being out here in this, being out here with this, it don't feel like that. This, like what I facilitate, the space that I facilitate is that it doesn't come with getting gratefulness. Gratefulness doesn't come with my space. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna sit here and wait for a comment like that, or I'm not gonna wait for it and continue to go on. And go do what I gotta do and shit like that, and be able to come back in and, oh, okay, well, if y'all need me, then I'm available, but I'm not gonna be a stand-in. You know what I'm trying to say? Because when you stand in and shit like that, like the saying goes, bro, your absence is worth more than your presence. And when you always seen, motherfuckers don't appreciate you.
Nah, don't be. You're not a stand-in though. You're a facilitator. You know, like you talked about earlier, being a travel agent or whatever. Like you create situations, you give people chances. and then you jump on songs. You know, like I think you should just keep doing that because it's has such a positive impact. Everybody I talked to that was at those sessions at your house raves about it, about what an experience it was. And like from one perspective, it was like, you know, you could look at it like big deal. He had some food and he had some people recording at his house, but it was the vibe that you created, bro.
The communion, yeah.
You know, the people that you brought together and the way that you made everybody feel was really special and unique. And everybody felt that, you know? So, like, you have to keep adding that to the world.
I appreciate it.
In my opinion.
I never heard of you the first person to say it to me like that. For real, like, outside of everybody that came to the sessions and said that to me, like, for me, like I said, like, you know, after a while, like when you do so much, you don't want to be in the way. Sometimes you like that being in the way is like a very like it's very big for me. Like
yeah,
I'm not if I'm not necessary, then just let me go ahead and go do what I gotta do, bro. I just had a son.
Right,
He's happy, bro. He don't need nothing from me, bro. He don't care about none of this shit.
Yep, I feel that.
You get what I'm saying? Like he don't care about none of this. That's not his conversation. Out of all of them, between me and my wife's kids, like we have kids outside of our son. None of them was born the way he was born. None of them is being raised the way he's being raised. Like he's become my mustard seed.
Yeah.
So in the sense of him being my mustard seed, I would hate for him to grow as he gets older and have somebody in the way of something that he might be destined for, and he might not be able to see it because somebody paid to make sure that his vision was blocked. And I don't want to be the person blocking nobody's vision. This shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing outside of me quitting music. This is me being the artist or premier artist.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
As far as these sessions and all, of course I love doing this shit and shit like that. But like I said, I hope that what I've done inspires somebody younger than me with less responsibility outside of this.
It has.
To be able to continue on.
Yeah.
Why do you get into managing, Kado? Like, if you find someone that's like kind of like a protege of you, would you ever like invest or manage them or give them some sort of like guidance through the music industry?
Like me, nah. Like me, no, not at all. Because it took too much for me to be here, and I don't have the capacity to deal with somebody that would be as wild as I was. But I do got some artists that I'm managing, and you'll see them soon and shit like that.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
My thing is this, right? After this, you just met me. Anybody know, like, I'm a good friend. You get what I'm saying? That's pretty much how I operate. And this is what ends up being, and this is why my sessions, everything that I do end up being like that. Because I'm a good friend. If I can help you, I will. And if I have to help you for 3 years and we made a decision that that's what we're going to do for the next 3 years is help you do something, we're just going to do it as much as we can. And this is why I can't allow myself to be part of the disappointment if somebody don't make it, because I'll tell you the truth off top. And it would break my heart to see somebody not make it. And I'm not in a space to where I could be like, oh yeah, nigga, I could make you, because I haven't done it for myself. I've done other things. And this is what I want people to be able to look at and see as a whole. Like, look at it from this new perspective opposed to the perspective that we was taught. You get what I'm saying? Because there's a perspective that we can win. And we don't have to sacrifice ourselves and go crazy about it or nothing like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just being a sacrificial lamb, being an actual leader, just trying, you know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, is me, I'll speak out of emotion because this is how I just feel and shit like that. But that doesn't necessarily, it's not a definitive thought. I didn't make my decision off of that. It's not indefinite, you know what I mean?
Right. But this is your last album. You've declared that.
Oh, yeah, right.
I think that we should set a release date right now. I'm supposed to mix the shit. You're the artist.
Holy
I don't know if anybody else needs to
live on
say
air,
this.
you gotta do it.
Let's give us a couple months.
I don't know, bro. Dallas, we got.
Let's
so
set a
much
date,
shit.
bro, because that's the one thing we haven't done yet is set a date.
Hey, yo, you know what's
And
funny?
this- and then it
Dallas,
goes forever.
Dallas
We'll
is
take the
mad,
cover art
hold
right
on,
here.
but Dallas is mad funny because he's like, oh yeah, let's get the album done, and then he had me come over and do a whole new record that had nothing to do with the album, just for his.
That's because that's what
That's
we do
the
on the
bonus
show,
track.
bro. That's what we do on the show.
Yeah.
That'll be
Go
the
from
bonus
there.
track.
Go
for
from
sure.
music.
Hell
But
yeah.
you still asked me to do that in the midst of knowing that we got an album we've been working on for 2 years.
Yo.
Definitely did. Yeah.
2
But
years in the making is crazy. That shit's got to be pristine.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it tall with you. I think that album is not just an album; it was an experience, and that's what that was for everybody that was part of that album. I'm the only artist in New England ever that I was on. I was on house arrest. Invited everybody to be at my house. So even on some if somebody felt like they wanted to do something to me, everybody had my address at that point. And I invited everybody. This is not my phone number. This is my house. This is where I lived. This is where I was sleeping. My wife was with me. She was pregnant before my son was born, and everybody was in my house. And I let everybody come through, even the people that didn't come. So the people that did come, imagine the address that I sent to the people that didn't. You hear what I'm saying? So everybody knew where I was at.
how about Halloween?
What about Halloween?
Release date.
Hell no, we too early for that.
That's too early?
It's like a month.
That's like 2 months. It's 2 months.
Hey, yo, hold on. Yo,
I
Capo.
need 3 weeks playlist.
I need somebody to take my spot. I gotta use the bathroom.
You guys go bathroom? Who wants to sit in real quick? We can wrap it up soon too if you want, Kado.
Yeah, Kado, we can wrap
Let's
up
get
if you
Capo
want.
in here. Let's get Capo in here, little fish.
Bet.
Okay.
Capo want to talk, bro.
Let's talk about your release date, bro.
What happened?
What's your release date?
Was he using these?
Oh, yeah. They help
it
you
was.
hear better. Yeah, for sure.
Say something.
You can hear us?
Yes.
Check.
Alright, bet. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, pull the mic in for yourself there. Get yourself comfortable. What's up? Welcome back to the show.
What's the word, Dallas?
What's up, brother? How you
Have
been?
you guys
man?
worked together?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Time,
Oh,
this
yeah.
my
bet.
man. I just
Oh,
seen him the
yeah.
other day.
This is one of my favorite rappers in town, bro.
No way. All right,
Yeah,
bet.
for real. For
That's
real.
fire.
For real he is. What's up with the album?
Which one?
What was it called? No Disrespect, right? That's the one we talked about last time?
Nah.
No, what was it called?
You think you're on to some shit?
I can't remember, dude. I got a
You
bad
don't wanna-
memory.
real
you don't
reality.
spoil it for
Real
the fans.
reality, real reality, real reality. Yeah, no disrespect is what you always say.
Every time. Every
be
time you
fucking
try
it
to
up,
bring
huh?
up a spoiler.
He don't get it right.
Yeah, dog. This shit's crazy.
Dude, Dallas, you got to do your homework, bro.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's talk about No Disrespect. Fuck it.
Oh, that's a different one. Oh, see, yeah, I do. Yeah.
So Real Reality is a different is
Real
what
Reality
you
is a
guys-
project that we had a release party here for that didn't come out yet.
Got you. But No Disrespect is what you guys are working on. As
No
a
Disrespect
collaborative.
apparently doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
What is that?
No Disrespect exists too much. Nobody just knows it yet.
Okay, I like that.
It's one
I
of
like
those.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what's going on, man? With the releases.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. We're in August still, right?
Yup.
Yeah, any day now. Actually, we're in
Yeah.
the 20s, right?
28th.
Yeah, any day now. Maybe tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a surprise.
Yeah, it's no date. It's like you're gonna wake up one morning, you're gonna go on Instagram, and you're gonna be like,
Project's dropped.
"Oh shit!"
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those.
I like that.
Do you produce your own beats at all, or just
Produce my own? No, I don't
Beats?
produce my own beats. Not yet.
do you have a? What was the question I asked Kado earlier? Do you have a engineer or producer that you go to like every single time, or do you like switching it up?
I don't got an engineer or producer I go to every time, but I got engineer and producers that I go to the most. Like it's like a shuffle.
Got you.
Feel what I'm saying?
All
Like,
right, bet. You have your own like mixing style that you like
yeah,
working
like I got
with
my
that.
own, like I say, as far as like engineers, I know spots that I want to go to do certain things. Like I might go to this studio
For
to
this
do this type
genre,
of,
or-
exactly.
Got you.
Same thing as producing. Like if I know I'm in a certain mode or if I'm in a certain whatever, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with him. Or if you know what I mean, when I'm on some shit, like I'm thinking about shit, and I be like, I'm on digging into that deep bag. I go to Dallas, like go to a website, whatever. I hit him up like, y'all just found this beat. Ooh. So you know, different. You know,
Absolutely.
everybody's different.
That's fire, bro.
What's your favorite genre to make right now?
Music.
Come on.
I don't got a favorite genre. No.
Well, what do you? Honestly. Are you a singer? What do you do? R&B?
I do a little bit of everything? Bro.
Nice.
Like, yeah. I think the only thing I didn't do is country music.
Country.
Yeah, I'm about to do that though.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
Country capo.
Okay, yeah. I gotta check out capo stuff. I haven't done my homework on you, capo. This is our first time meeting the whole squad today, actually. So
yeah, it's the first time you've been here. We've had these guys a few times, but I guess you missed those episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, where you been at?
Bro, I'm back. Bro, I just went to, we were supposed to talk about this a couple of weeks ago, but I just been doing shows, bro. Playing guitar for other people, singing, doing stuff, busy as fuck. But
this guy shreds, dude.
Yeah. Let me know if you need some guitar loops, actually. If any of y'all need some guitars on any beats or anything, just let me know.
I want to learn how to play the guitar.
Yeah?
I do guitar lessons, too. I'm teaching 2 kids right now and an older gentleman. Yeah, like a 40-year-old guy.
Would you play acoustic or electric?
Anything. I'm trying to eliminate everybody. Like I don't like. I'm in a second. Like I'm gonna be doing my own interviews. We don't need that. I'm trying to learn everything. So I don't.
With that. You don't need anybody. Exactly. You just do it.
That's my philosophy.
That's real, bro.
Yeah,
that's real.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, whatever.
So piano, drums, bass, guitar.
I already know how to play the drums.
Yeah,
okay,
Are you
I know how to play the piano too.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah,
you grew up in church or something?
Yeah, you don't be hit.
Gospel.
Go watch my video, Bygones.
Bygones?
Yeah, I was playing
I'm gonna get your IG before we dip.
Say no more. I was playing the piano.
You play a drum? I'm a drummer.
Yeah, I play drums.
Yeah, nice, dude.
I used to get a drum set every Christmas. Literally, like an updated drum set every Christmas.
Oh,
every Christmas you got a new drum
Every Christmas, like
that's
that was
crazy.
like one thing my mother always. I
got a drum set one Christmas.
No, every Christmas, like every Christmas I had a new drum set.
Like a nice drum set.
Yeah, like
That's
I started
awesome,
off like regular little shit, and then yeah, like as I got like 8, 9, 10, I started getting like little drum sets.
Nice.
That must have been fucking awesome.
I was fucking them up, breaking them and shit, but yeah, every Christmas I got a drum set.
That's how you're a drummer. You break the sticks first.
Yeah, no, the stick stayed. It was the drum, like you be banging them shits too hard.
Shit, okay.
Or, you know, sometimes you use them shits for different shit. Like all my cousins came over, we was unscrewing them shits, those, you know, seats and shit. Like,
I feel that.
No bullshit.
It's crazy.
All right, let's get Kado back in here so we can wrap up.
Yeah,
I got a piss too. Capo, always good to see you, my brother.
No,
Come back every time. Come back every time.
Flew with the dap. Sorry.
Yo, can I
He saw that.
Yeah.
get another drink?
Another drink. We're gonna wrap up in a sec, bro. I just want to say goodnight to you. I'll get you another drink too. But so Halloween, we're putting the album out.
I hate you.
Are you trying to finesse me? No.
I'm not trying to finesse you. I'm trying to come to a conclusion here.
I can't. I just talked about being a man of my word, and you are trying to take.
He's trying to make the.
At some point, we need to have this conversation. When are we putting it out?
Yo,
So
put you
this
on the
is this
spot.
could be the conversation.
Yo, honestly, bro, I want that shit to drop when everything is like.
It's a moment.
Don't say right or perfect because that time.
I'm
never
not
comes.
finna say that, but I was about to say that. I was definitely about to say that, and I don't think there's really a moment for that
Right.
because I feel like the moments were already created within the sessions.
Sure.
I just, for myself, I have to see it all back because there's a bunch of footage that I haven't received. There's a lot of parts of the album that I haven't gotten to know whether or not the album was completed or not. Because when you do shit like that, all you kind of left with is the unmixed records.
Yep.
So the unmixed records don't really, unmixed records don't make up for what the session was. And you have to have been there for that. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I just
but that's why we got to put a date on it because if there's no date, then you can just keep being like, I still need to do that.
Doing that shit with me because you're a Libra and I'm a Libra. That's why you doing that shit.
Y'all be pushing it.
And you know
I
what you
swear.
do in between that shit? You get a little bit of sauce and you let these other niggas rock with my sauce alone, man.
What?
No, just like nah, just
Said
like,
you putting my preset on them. I hear it. I hear it.
but nah, fucking it's not ready. It's not ready the way that I want it to be presented because
That's respectable.
it's just not ready. It's kind of ready, but it's like I want whoever's listening, I want to be able to sell whoever's listening to the experience of what it was to put it together.
Sure.
Yeah, you got to invest into that.
But if Halloween's 2 months away, you don't think we can pull it together in 2 months?
That's not enough to invest in letting the fucking listener like feel the whole.
How many songs is it?
It's like 30.
Oh yeah, nah, you're gonna need a whole PR for that.
No, it's not 30. I think it's like 30 songs, but it's like 35 features.
Oh shit, I got you.
Yeah, when I tell you, like, I had like a lot of artists from the city come into my, like, they all recorded in front of each other. We didn't have a booth set up. We had the mic in the room, and everybody was, and it was ill because watching everybody stop what they was doing just to watch somebody that they might like something on the G or something like that, but they won't say nothing to them in person. Watching everybody just kind of enjoy each other's moments while we shared them all. You know what I mean? It was dope to see that.
Oh yeah.
To see a lot of people in the room that they was like, damn, I was just, oh, I didn't think you was gonna be here. Nah, man, you know. And I just, you know, that's for me. The album was done after each session. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you owe it. We owe it to those people to get that shit out.
No, it's
that's real.
That's right.
You know, because that's when it'll make all that worth it.
Worth it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
So I think we should do Halloween, but it's got to be this fall.
We'll put the final date in the edited post.
Yeah, right.
when we make our decision, when y'all make your decision. But before we wrap up, I wanted to say, do you have any shows, other songs, any singles that's not the album that's coming up that you want to like promote or anything you want to talk about?
We don't do no promotion, man. I sell myself everywhere I go.
That's real.
I feel that.
That's real. Last question, brother. What would you tell your younger self, say age? Well, actually, I don't know if I deciphered really what was the most formative age for yourself, but maybe like late teens, right? Because you said you got arrested, sound like the first time when you were early 20s?
My first time arrested? I was 11.
You were 11. All right, what would you tell yourself at that age before you got arrested? Or maybe right after you got arrested?
You can't kill everybody and you can't help everybody.
Right.
I like that.
I think we're going to have to call this episode that.
Yeah, title it. You can't kill everybody. You can't save everybody.
Kado, I could honestly talk to you all night, brother. I love hanging out with you, man. You're an interesting dude. I mean, like, interesting is a vast understatement.
I appreciate
you know, you're an incredible guy, man.
Sure,
I love the energy. I love the music we make. I love the, you know, I love all the guys you brought. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we get to do this again next time you're up in town.
Yeah, we gotta do it, man. And just know the album is coming out. We just have to do it the right way. And regardless of what, just get used to seeing a lot of us.
Yeah.
We about to drop, that's all.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The PR rollout, let's go.
All right, my brother.
Shit. South Kado, you already know. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching.
Absolutely.
We'll be back next week to celebrate the release of Exit Fame's album. Kado, thank you. Peace.
Peace.
Swear to God, Dallas. Hurry up for the birds run out and fix the bombs that you broke when you work no count. Hurry up for the birds run out and fix the bombs that you broke when your work don't count. Hurry up for the birds run out and fix the bombs that you broke when your work don't count. Hurry up for the birds run out and fix the bombs that you broke when your work don't count.
This track, man, I got like 30 in this click clack. I switched that, look like a shake weight when it kick back. Big racks in a big rig with the dispatch. Tell my trap booming by where I raise my kids at. Uber XL when it's time to make a play. Voodoo baby, I get what I want when I pray. I pray for the beef and my dogs at the stake. My crib big, I play hide and seek every day. I don't run, I be patient. All guns, no faces. Long run, skipping states. 4-pound nickel plate. New body, pick a lake. Clean them out, pick a safe. Brown paper bags, new tags, switch the plates. I be really road running. No proof, fingerprints, DNA, the camera show nothing. I'm finna beat that case like it stole something. I gave Unc something, I gave bro something. I got half birds, I got whole onions. Y'all was couch surfing, I was stove hunting. So shout out to my geekers. Cause I'ma need to borrow your microwave like Felicia. And if you buy a bird, nigga, I'm sorry for having it. Y'all niggas thought that I was bragging. On a bracelet, facing life, I made it happen. I'm sorry for having it. Y'all niggas thought that I was capping. I ain't wait to get rich off of rapping. I'm sorry for having. I was brave, I was lost. I was praised, I was charged. You caught 8 cause you lost. Fought the case, it was tossed. Paid up and it cost. In the day, it was dark. I ain't make what I lost, but I paid what it cost. Never caught in attempt, that's what makes me the boss. And it's always an exchange, I ain't playing with God. They wanna give me life, but it ain't in the cards. Ain't no fakes, ain't no frauds. I take a break, then I pause. I was the love when they hated, bro. I ain't learned how to love, I was trained to go. Put them bullets on your head like oregano. 2 pistols in my pockets, I'm an animal. You can't bang here. Pistols in this cane here, the reason why it rain here. That's why they slide on your roof like a reindeer. Fuck them kids, fuck your daycare. We don't play sorry for having it. Y'all niggas thought that I was bragging. On a bracelet, facing life, I made it happen. I'm sorry for having it. Y'all niggas thought that I was capping. I ain't wait to get rich off of rapping. I'm sorry for having. Got back on my feet while y'all was dragging. Shackles on my feet to $1 million. I'm sorry for having a baby by the woman of my dreams. And I'm living a life that niggas dream. So I'm sorry for having.